goes Imperiale. He's got about 2 before he is tripped up. And zipping through there to help out on that stop was Eric Peterson from a left tackle spot. Getting him by the ankles. There's Coach Tim Devaney sending in the play with Kevin Glass. Make sure you got it right, and then off onto the field, Kevin trots.
Kevin's playing a little wide receiver tonight. He's changing off with Trevor Payton.
Kevin got a starting spot when excuse me, not Chisholm, I should say, Imperiale was moved full-time into the backfield. Imperiale had been spending time between flanker and tailback this season. It's 3rd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Chisholm to throw. Hesitates, throws, it's deflected, incomplete. Edwards got a couple of hands on the football. A quick pop pass over the middle to the tight end. Carpenter was the intention that time.
Chisholm's got a good arm on him. He really forced that ball in there. He almost had a completion there. He saw Imperiale running across the middle. Watch him hesitate a little bit here, though. He drops back. This little slight hesitation there. And then he decides to get rid of it. Almost got picked off. Ooh. There's an anxious defensive back there. Nacho Garcia. I like to see that, though. Aggressive kids.
It's an aggressive game. Scott Edmonds the punt. Line drive kick. Going to go right past Garcia. Take a bounce and just about die right there as it is downed inside the 20-yard line. And I believe getting down there for Sunny Hills was number 23. That's Chris Pazula. He's another fine special teams player for Coach Devaney.
It's interesting how special teams can be so important in a game like this.
So it's 1st down and 10 from the 18-yard line. D'Orizio with one good chance with 2 minutes to go in the first half to get some points on the board before heading into the locker room. There goes Keith Leisure. He busts his way off the left side, still on his feet, past the 30. He has a first down to the 31-yard line before he is brought down. And coming over to make the stop for Sunny Hills.
Got another flag on the play.
Shannon Lawler is on the stop. That's who the penalty's going to be all about now. It's going to go against the Tigers. It's going to wipe out that nice 13-yard run and set them back deep. Lee Phelps picks up his flag. We have a half the distance of the goal penalty marched off back to about the 10-yard line.
That hurts. That was a tough situation.
We have 22 White holding on his block. First down.
Dorian Estes.
Yeah, he got you right there.
I had a little editorial comment as he is returning the comments, I am sure, of one of the Valencia players.
Well, Estes was leading the way for Leisure, who got about 12, 13 yards on that play, and unfortunately he got caught for holding.
1st and 18, and Estes has almost no running room at all. Spurlock comes up quickly to drop him at about the 13-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd down situation and a timeout called by Valencia, rather Sunny Hills, excuse me. Fans, be sure to remember that about next week, Group W Cable is certainly proud to be bringing you this exciting CIF semifinal playoff action, but don't miss the Central Conference Final next week right here on Group W Cable, when the winner of this contest will take on the victor of the Bolsa Grande Anaheim game, which is also taking place tonight. The Central Conference Final can be seen next Saturday, December 13th at 4 p.m. on KNOC Channel 13, and again next Wednesday, December 17th at 6 p.m. And remember, for the best in high school sports, keep your eye on Group W Cable. That's us.
That's me and you.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
At the 13-yard line, we're going to have a 2nd down and 15 to go situation for Valencia. The timeout was called by Sunny Hills, of course, because they'd like to get the football back, at least on an Imperiale punt return before the half comes to a close. It's 1 minute and 29 seconds worth of time left on the clock right now. There you see some of the damp spectators. Cheerleaders never seem to get depressed even when it's raining. You notice that?
They got a lot of energy. Got to give these gals credit. They've done a great job supporting their teams all year long.
You know, if they could have harnessed all the energy cheerleaders ever had, they could have never would have been a fuel crisis back in the 70s. I tell you. The 13, there goes Estes around the right side. Harrison is leaving the block. He's going to be able to turn the corner, and he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Nice job of the defense to string that one out. Coming over to make the hit for Sunny Hills, number 58. That's Mike Davis.
Well, Valencia goes outside and real fast like it. And it's Estes. Good block there. He runs out of running room. Sidelines. Almost stayed on his feet.
Got a tremendous block by number 80, Navarrete. He's the guy who really plowed into Mike Smith. Well, excuse me, Mike Davis, who's coming over to make that stop. Davis got up limping a little bit on that play. On the 19-yard line, third down, we'll call it about 10 yards to go, short 10. Cruz, the fullback, has nowhere to go. He's going to be snowed under before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of black shirts in on that one. Both the Edmonds brothers combined to make the stop. They had help from Payan. And a timeout is called by Valencia, or excuse me, by Sunny Hills.
Well, what's taking place is Valencia's getting whipped at the line of scrimmage. This is just good football here. You get lots of black jerseys around the ball, not too many guys being blocked. And I'm sure when they go in at halftime, Coach Maruo is going to let those guys know that, hey, you got to stay with your blocks, sustain it, keep your feet. There's too many guys slipping their blocks, and Estes and Leisure don't have enough room to get past the line of scrimmage.
On a wet, muddy field, is it more difficult for the offensive lineman or the defensive lineman?
Well, I definitely think the offensive linemen have the advantage because they know they count. They don't have to react. They know where they're going, whereas the defense, they have to make that quick reaction.
I want you to give them 111. They will wait till you give me 111. Reset it to 111.
Well, in case you didn't hear that in the background, one of the assistant coaches, I believe, in the booth next to us is trying to get the clock operator to reset the clock to 1:11. 1 minute 11 seconds. The clock shows 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in the first half of play. Apparently 5 seconds ran off the clock after the timeout was called. There you see the clock. 1:06 remaining in the first half. It's fourth down. And about 11 yards to go for the 18-yard line.
Well, I'm sure Coach Devaney would like to have that extra 5 seconds because with a guy like Imperiale, 5 seconds could be a long time.
You can get off one more play.
The guy can run 40 yards in 5 seconds.
Yeah. I think he can do 40 yards quicker than 5 seconds, really.
4-4 maybe, huh?
Yeah, possibly. Maybe 0.6 of a second left to kick the extra point.
That's right.
There you go. Not that we're predicting that will happen.
Nutty, look at those crazy guys.
Oh, those guys having
Great
a good time.
support, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Got a good crowd tonight, even though it's raining.
Both sides of the field, of course. This is the Central Conference playoffs. Here comes a line drive kick. Imperiale will have some room to run at the 45. He slips a bit, tries to find a crevice, and he's going to get about 10 yards down to the Valencia 45 before he is wrapped up. And coming over to make the stop for Valencia, number 54. That is Fred Jenkins, the center.
Well, you see no place to go. Almost loses footing. It is starting to get a little muddy out there. There's Jenkins and Estes. A lot of guys around the ball. Good coverage there.
Middle of the field's going to look like my granddaddy's pig pen back in Arkansas before the game's over. I tell you, it's going to be some kind of mess. Payton in motion.
Sue Piggy, huh?
Yes, indeed. Chisholm going to throw, looking for Payton out there. Overthrows him, and what a hit came up by Edwards. He came up and really popped Payton that time down around the 30-yard line. That ball in the air quite a while.
Now, fans, if you get a chance to look at that, this is what's called being hung out to dry on a very wet field. No. Edwards.
How do you suppose Russ Sent got that shot?
What a nutty guy you are. That's how people get hurt when the wide receiver jumps up like that, extends out like that, and gives that DB that free hit.
Some wide receivers in the NFL here refuse to go over the middle because of that same reason. Chisholm to throw on second down again. This one's going to be thrown wide of Payton. Again, Edwards covering on the play. Did you know of any wide receivers who personally actually refused to go over the middle that you knew of? Just wouldn't run a pass pattern, or, like, you know, if they had enough status, just said, ain't no way I'm going to go across the middle and get my clock cleaned?
Well, especially after they had it cleaned once, it made it awful difficult to go back over there again. It's called hearing footsteps, and it's a great way for the defensive secondary to intimidate a wide receiver.
Just outside the 45-yard line, third down and 10, 37 seconds remaining in the first half. Chisholm suffering through a difficult first night throwing the football, only 1 of 6 to date. Fires it over the middle. There's the second completion of the night. Carpenter has it, lands to the ground, fumbles the football. It's recovered by Valencia, but they're going to say he was down inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. A key play. Pickup of 17 yards and a Sunny Hills first down. Half a minute exactly remaining in the first half.
You got to love it here. Chisholm goes right to his tight end. He hasn't had much success throwing out wide, and he goes over to the big tall guy. If in doubt, go to the tall guy. That's Carpenter. Nice catch.
On first down, a pass completion is going to be made to Trevor Payton down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Only a pickup of 4, but a flag goes down as soon as the hit is made by Dorian Estes. I think there was a block out there that might have been a possible clip. Let's see. An eligible man downfield is going to be the call instead against Sunny Hills. That last completion to Carpenter, only the 3rd first down for Sunny Hills in this half. I think the other 2 came on their touchdown drive.
And lost it down. Lost it down, right? Charlie lost it down.
Nice to see the referee, sure.
There you have it, folks. They have tempers, too.
Part of the color of the game.
Chisholm's had a lot of time tonight. That offensive line and Sharp, Jewell, Shin, and Silvestri and Snyder are doing a great job. Why not throw the ball if you got all the time in the world?
Hey, why not indeed? Penalty goes back to the 35, carrying a loss of down, as you heard. Second down, Chisholm drops the ball. He's going to be dropped himself for a loss back out past the 40. Big number 63 for Valencia. Shooting through there, that's John Bordwell, a 6'2", 185-pound senior getting some playing time tonight.
Well, Valencia decides to go with a blitz, and they picked it up at the right time. Chisholm drops the ball from the center. There's Bordwell.
Boom. And that'll be the end of the first half as the Sunny Hills scoring threat is diffused rather rapidly. Well, you're at halftime here in our CIF Central Conference semifinal showdown between the Valencia Tigers and the Sunny Hills Lancers. Our score, Sunny Hills 7, Valencia nothing. We'll be back with a few halftime comments in just a few.
In Underwood, your one-stop Honda Center is celebrating our 40th anniversary with great prices on the complete selection of Honda scooters, ATVs, motorcycles, and power equipment. Labard and Underwood, a Honda Gold Award service dealer. What's that mean to you? Well, that means that along with our huge parts and accessory inventory, you'll get superior service from Labard and Underwood. We're open 7 days a week for your convenience. So, follow the leader with Honda and Labard and Underwood.
Giovanni's. It's a lot more than just a great pizza place. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches, spaghetti, lasagna, and ravioli you've tasted in a long time. And the banquet room is perfect for that special group event. With Giovanni's Game Room, there's entertainment for everyone. And if you want to bring the great taste of Giovanni's to your home or office, Giovanni's Catering. Giovanni's, pizza, and a whole lot more.
Watch Showtime this holiday season for exclusive movies and special programs you won't see anywhere else. Blockbusters like Twice in a Lifetime, Clue, and That Was Then, This Is Now.
Why don't you grow up, man? I can be like you.
Plus, the Showtime original movie Blood Ties, starring Vincent Spano, Pete Townsend's Deep End, and Showtime's comedy spotlight is on National Lampoon's Class of '86. All this in December only on Showtime. To order Showtime, call your local cable company.
It's halftime here at our CIF Central Conference semifinal encounter between Valencia and Sunny Hills, and there you see our score. The Lancers on top of the Tigers by a 7-0 margin, courtesy of an 8-yard scoring run by Tim Imperiali. Well, we knew coming into the game there wasn't going to be a whole flurry of touchdowns, as we said before the game that, and it's been proven out here in the first half. Valencia giving up less than 7 points a game. Sunny Hills recording less than 10 points a game. Two great stop-'em units out here tonight in the first half, and we've only seen one score, Russ.
It's like we said earlier, it's going to be a defensive struggle, and it still is. The Sunny Hills defense has held Estes to 23 yards on 13 carries, and DeRizio hasn't had much luck passing. He's 1 of 9 for 15 yards. There you can see the stats: first downs 2 and 3 apiece there. Total yards 53 and 75. Now I don't think it's the rain. I just think neither offense has done much other than that quick score there by Imperiali. But the time of possession's even. Everything else is even. I look for a little more excitement here in the second half. This is the semifinals, fellas. Let's get going, huh? But good defensive ball team. That's the reason they're here.
Exactly. And with the defenses and, of course, the wet field here tonight, the key, of course, in the second half will once again, as in the first half, no doubt, be field position. That's how Sunny Hills scored their one touchdown. A good punt return, set up a 30-yard scoring drive. And it's easy to go for a touchdown when you've only got a third or a fourth of the field to go.
That's true. That kind of broke the backs there early for Valencia. But they came right back. They had some nice runs called back. There's been some holding calls. Leisure's doing a good job of running the ball. I expect, and the interesting part was Coach Maruo with Valencia tried to air it out there to hopefully to get the DBs to back up a little, maybe get that passing game going, play action pass, and maybe help the run.